going on, guys? There's been a bunch of controversy around Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There's been a lot of speculation on if this is going to be a DEI game or not. And there are a lot of people, even in the not woke sphere, who are coping, trying to make it seem like this isn't going to be some woke DEI game. And in that same circle, you have people claiming that it is. And they've all been going back and forth over the last couple months with absurd claims. But we've got some stuff here because the game has already been banned in Saudi Arabia. And if you're not familiar with what Saudi Arabia does for games, if it has the woke ideology, which panders to the gays and the alphabet transgender peoples, it's banned. That is not allowed in their country. You are not allowed to be gay. You're not allowed to have gay things. So in Saudi Arabia, and I think most famously they did it with the Spider-Man one, where they actually removed all the transgender flags and made them American flags. But when modders do it, they get banned from the modding platform. That's a whole nother topic I've covered before. But I mean, that's the state of what you have to do to get your game sold in Saudi Arabia. And if they weren't the backwards Muslims they were, I'd say that's kind of based. But inbreeding is terrible, so let's skip that, because we're going to skip that for now. I've said all I need to on that. But the devs themselves have come out and said, yes, there is going to be gay stuff. Even though we have people like, oh, we'll just say Grumps for this one, that's coming out saying Kingdom Come Deliverance is not woke, which I kind of think he missed the point. Or he's being extremely shady where he can go back in the future and say, well, I said the first one, not the second one. We all know what he's trying to do here. But it would appear that the devs themselves have come out and said, there are no unskippable cutscenes in our game. Alright, so they're coping. No, we are not, nor ever were banned in any country. I believe Saudi Arabia would beg to differ. As much as I don't like forced diversity, nobody was forcing us to do anything, and we are not forcing anyone to do certain things. So again, avoiding the point that there's going to be DEI in this game by saying we're not forcing you to do it. And then saying gay characters were already in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. And this goes on, it's a thread tweet, coping and seething that people are bringing up that there is wokeness in this game and trying to say, well, of course there's gay people in this game. Of course there was going to be gay people in this game. Of course we were going to push diversity. And we can even jump over here to IGN where they actually talk about this. So yes, it is due out in February, early February, so we'll find out soon enough who's actually correct on this one. The claim that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was banned in Saudi Arabia reportedly emerged from a tweet by a Saudi Arabian news outlet and was picked up by Western media and spread. So this is coming from the Saudis themselves saying they don't want this fucking game. But the devs are saying, that's not true! And then of course IGN has to do the thing where they pander to the Alphabet Mafia and come out and say, Vavra then pointed out to the fact that Kingdom Come Deliverance had gay characters and said players are responsible for their in-game decisions. If you want Henry to try being gay, feel free. If you don't want to, you don't have to. All affairs are and were in Kingdom Come 1 purely optional. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That you're obfuscating the point that you are putting in them there specifically to appeal to people who want to do that. The entire reason that IGN is writing this article, the entire reason that the devs are writing articles saying, no, don't listen to the right-wing bigots. Listen to us. Yes, there are gay people. No, there aren't gay people in Saudi Arabia, but listen to us though. They're trying to play both sides of the fence, and this is going to cause a lot of issues for the devs here. When you fence it on any side, you shouldn't be trying to appease anybody to buy your game. You should make the game that you want to be. And if nobody wants it, that sucks to suck, bro. And if people do like it, you didn't stir up controversy by playing both sides. Just make the game, release it, and don't talk about it. You know, in case you're not familiar, I am working with a team of friends to make a video game now. Our selling point isn't going to be, it's anti-woke or it's woke. It's going to be, hey, this is a game we designed and we liked. If you like it, play it. If you don't, we don't care. If somebody asks me if I'm putting political propaganda into the game, I'm going to say, no, it's a fucking video game. But again, all these game studios and publishing companies, all they care about is propagandizing everything and putting the propaganda out there and calling people bigots when they don't buy it, because they have made their game all about being politically correct or appealing to a political ideology. You know, if this Daniel Vavra guy had come out and said, yeah, we're not putting political stuff. It's a fucking medieval game. We'll give you free roleplay. None of this would be happening. But they have to open their mouths and say, yeah, of course we have to have gay people in there. No, countries aren't banning us for being woke. You know, these are all self-inflicted wounds to these game companies. And I'm sure if the game flops, they're going to be screaming and yelling about how the racist bigots on the interwebs made their game fail. No, you made your game fail. But I mean, let's take the quotes from everybody here. The game takes place in one of the richest cities in Europe, which was besieged by a massive foreign army. Again, your siege in Europe, where you're historically going to be white, being besieged by a foreign army. Like, let's not pretend like all the Germanic countries and France weren't foreign countries. I get you're trying to say Europe's a monolith for diversity, but here they go. That's the reason why life is in such a city is more diverse than life in villages, which were featured in the first game. They're doing this Cove speak. Well, we decided we're going to make everything more diverse. I got news for you, buddy. People weren't traveling like that. Like, sure, random people did. Sure, some things happened, but you're sitting here forcing diversity into a medieval city in Europe and then interjecting the political ideology of the left being gay. Like, you're making all this up. Let's not pretend like they didn't consider that heresy in medieval Europe. Let's not pretend like they weren't just throwing people off of cliffs or, you know, drowning them in water while they're tied to stones, or, you know, hanging them. Like, we're gonna pretend none of that happened. This is gonna be an epically diverse, totally LGBT friendly, and of course I'm assuming if this is the route they're going, you're gonna have to fight against the evil racist bigots. But they go on to say everything displayed corresponds to the morals and social norms of 1403 Bohemia, and is only there to make an interesting story and not appeal to modern audiences. Yes, you say that. You say that. But you have literally just destroyed that entire point in your last paragraphs. We're making this city extremely diverse. There's going to be LGBT representation. There's going to be gay people all over the place. That's what you're making it sound like. And then to come back and say, no, this is totally going to be historically accurate. And then IGN, the rest of this is IGN Cope, so I don't give a shit about it. So I guess at this point, I have my suspicions that this game is going to have relatively strong undertones of being woke. I feel like normies who played the first one probably won't notice. I feel like if you actually play the game and you know the controversy that's going on, you'll probably be like, oh, this is woke as shit. And that's my sneaking suspicion on this game. But again, we won't know for probably about another 2.5 weeks. The 4th, it's the 20th now. Yeah, so probably about 2.5 weeks before we start running into the gameplay and figure out what's actually going on with this game. But I would love to hear everybody's thoughts in the comment section, guys. While you're there, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.